Do you want to hear my impression of James?
Yeah, go on.
Well. In
I've forgotten my James voice actually.
Portugal.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, no, that's Kermit.
It's not Kermit.
No, the one I just did then. Was
Oh.
wrong.
Jim,
My name's
I've had
James.
enough of this.
James.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's not James.
Should we do a whole episode as
Yeah.
James?
No, but I've forgotten my James impression. That's happened to me
Guys.
recently. There we go. James, that's
you
me.
need, You need like a thing, a
Guys.
word you can say.
It brings you into it nicely.
Yeah.
James. Rank. Portugal. Yeah. Guys.
Can
I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? Hello and welcome to JARCAST episode 32.
Is it 32?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
That's one
We are
step
getting into
closer
the
to
big-
100.
we're getting into the big leagues now, everybody.
It's only another 68 weeks until we're at
We're
number
nearly
100.
a third to being 100 years young.
When we do episode 100, can we do the popper?
Can we do poppers?
But can they be SpongeBob noises? Can someone edit in SpongeBob noises with each one? No?
That's just unrealistic, Alex.
You just need to die sometimes, I think.
Yeah, let's see how good this cast would be without his main boy, his main man
Me?
Mojo.
Hey, no. One day we're going to do a cast about you, Alex, and it's going to be excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Excellent.
Because I'll be host.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with James and Jim.
Actually, with James and Jim, it's pretty hard to get them to do anything.
Excuse me.
Jim and James together are fucking awful.
Yeah, you'll be on your own, man.
Yeah. How am I going to order them? Because the problem is you get sucked into their bullshit without somebody to
It'll be Judge
steady
that
yourself
episode.
on.
Yeah.
So
What?
then I'll just get sucked into their nonsense,
Yeah.
and that'll be
It'll
it.
be Judge that episode. J-A-J. No, it won't. Be Jur.
Yeah, why are you
You're a fucking idiot.
We've never had... Have we been on every one?
No. Well, I was kind of room left
Yeah,
halfway through
I've
that
left after 25
Do you
minutes.
remember-
You're still in it, though.
Yeah.
What was it, like a
Yeah, I
tweet
haven't
or-
missed a podcast. I'm always.
it a thing on-
I'm the only one who's been on every one through the whole thing, then.
Yeah.
Was it on Tumblr or something? There was that person that was like, the JARCAST needs Reuben.
Yeah.
They were
Oh, yeah, it went really
The
weird.
fucking Tumblr post was
it
like,
was so
the
funny.
JARCAST needs Ruben. I hate to say it, but they need him because he's the one that keeps it on track. And it's like, now I don't like Ruben.
He was like,
but-
I fucking hate
oh yeah,
Reuben.
I fucking hate Ruben.
It
but
was really funny.
he needs to be there.
I do enjoy the people in the comments who break it down into I really like those two, but I fucking despise
know.
those two.
Yeah, and
It's
they say it at you, and it's like,
yeah.
fuck you then.
You realise we are four people who know each other sat in the same room recording a podcast together, right?
Together as friends.
Yeah.
Oh, James
Before we
isn't here
begin-
still, obviously. We
Yeah,
should
you're still
probably
not
address
here. Before we begin, we link hands and we all
Right.
get boners, and it's really weird.
that. Yeah,
and
we
out
get.
of the boner, it shoots a ray of light into the fucking sky.
And turns into a Hollywood movie. And
Yeah, it turns into
Doomsday
Suicide
appears
Squad.
or something. I don't know.
Maybe we should contact the brothers who made Stranger Things and see if we can get involved with season 2. The JARCAST can be the main characters of season 2.
Can you imagine that? It'd be like. Hang on, I need to just. How do you tighten this? I want it to stay up there. Which bit do I tighten
This
for
one
this
there.
bit?
You fucking idiot. Try thinking.
So I think we should start this by talking about the brand new trailer. Yeah? That's been
Damn
on
it!
for
It
long.
doesn't tighten
Star
any more
Wars.
than that. So
Okay, go on.
stay like that.
Go on.
So
Get it
Star
over
Wars
with.
Rogue One is the new Star Wars movie that's
I
coming
wasn't
out.
finished with a point I was going to make.
Well,
on
make your
Stranger
fucking point
Things.
then, bitch.
It'd be like those Rooster Teeth shows that they're in, only not fucking cringy.
What are you on about?
I was talking about you were like, maybe we can be involved with Stranger Things.
What has Rooster Teeth got to do with Stranger Things?
Nothing. It's just because you said maybe we should be in it as the four main characters. And
Should
Rooster
that
Teeth
dinosaur's
obviously
legs
do
be
their
so
like,
short?
hey. And Rooster Teeth obviously do their TV show shit, but it's not TV shows.
Did
But
they? What are you talking about? They did a movie.
Yeah, and they're always
Laser
fucking
something?
and they're always cringy and awful.
Team?
Are they? Laser
Well,
Team. I haven't seen any of them.
I mean, I remember Red vs Blue getting pretty
Uh-oh. You're about to get a lot of Twitter spams.
yeah.
You hate Reverse Blue?
Yeah, I kind of do hate it a little bit after it's
Yeah.
kind of got weird after a while.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's there for a part of your
Yeah.
growth online.
Mm-hmm. And then you just sort of grow out of it, and then you look at it and you're like, that's kind of weird. What's going on here?
Mm. I think it's cool though. I like.
Yeah,
Rooster Teeth a
I'm
lot.
like really impressed by everything they've done. It just
I like Rooster Teeth a lot, to be honest.
I haven't looked at anything they've done in years actually.
No,
So I
I
probably
don't
can't
fucking
comment.
keep up with anyone apart
Yeah.
from Red Letter Media. That's it. I can't keep up. I'm not. What did you take me for? So Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah,
Or what's it called? It's called Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, or is it called Star Wars Story Rogue One?
it's actually called AIDS.
AIDS: A Star Wars Story.
Rogue.
What was
yeah,
your
but-
opinion?
So there's only been one
It's
trailer.
actually
up
called
until
Mission
now.
Impossible Ghost Rogue Nation.
Ghost Rogue One Nation.
Hang on.
What?
I'm just gonna.
So, Rogue One is the first standalone Star Wars movie that's not linked in any way in terms of it being a mainline Star Wars movie with a fucking number at the end of it. This is a Star Wars story. This is about a team of rebels who I guess are trying to get the Death Star plans or something.
And one of them's a lady.
The main character's a lady.
Which is just kind of offensive at this point.
Yeah, I hate it.
An English lady.
Again.
Hell yeah.
So the first trailer was fine. Was cool. It didn't leave me like floored or anything. I was like, yeah, looking
I was
forward to
like-
this.
I was like, yeah.
So the new one has dropped literally today, wasn't it? Last night? I can't remember.
This morning, today,
This
whatever.
morning. Yeah. But trailer 2. What do you reckon, Jim?
Yeah.
Ruben?
It's fine.
I think I like it the most out of the three of us.
Mhm.
No, yeah, it was alright.
I just like the fact that I could be disappointed by this movie and it not be a big deal to me, if that makes sense. Like if
Yeah.
episode 8 was like terrible and just the worst piece of shit I've ever seen, that would hurt me.
Sorry, I'm done now on my phone.
Yeah, you're on your fucking phone, both
No,
of you.
that
You're on
was-
the video part as well. I should be on the video
That's
part.
only because No Man's Sky, I wanted to set it to install whilst I'm here, and I've done it now. That's it.
The video should just be on my torso then, because I actually are interacting.
What? On your torso?
I'm cutting off the head bit.
Got it.
I
I thought you meant like actually just like project the video on your stomach, because I don't know what you're talking about.
can do that as
I
well.
pictured like Teletubbies. That was
Yeah.
all.
But yeah, it's the first fucking Star Wars where it's not like an important story in terms of like this is the next step, this is the new thing.
It's just a nice bit of like in between, just
Yeah.
to give you some
It's
light
got a bunch
on
of-
a period of time they don't
Yeah, because the thing is,
ever shed any light on.
the Death Star isn't really. It's just kind of a plot device. Like it doesn't really. It's not developed or is even that important, particularly in the original Star Wars films, is it? It's just kind of
Blows up
the
one
goal.
fucking planet no one
It's
cares
the-
about.
yeah. It's just this MacGuffin. It can destroy.
Planets. We've got to get
planets.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Quick, go get rid of it.
So I think it's kind of cool to see them like building it. I just like the fucking villains being villains. I like them being this
Unstoppable force.
unstoppable fucking force across the galaxy. I like seeing all the stormtrooper shit. I think the mix of just the way the film looks in terms of like the CG and
I mean, all those shots in
practical
the
effects and
trailer
whatnot.
of Star Destroyers and shit. I'm like, hell yeah,
Mhm.
hell yeah.
Like
Let's
that one
some
that
Star
looked a bit
Destroyers.
sketchy.
Yeah,
like
the
one or
the
two.
ship sort of like doing that, just taking off.
that's the thing with
Looks
like
a bit prequel.
I don't think that's fair. Nothing looks a bit prequel. No. The robot is my favorite.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fucking
he's
Alan Tudyk, isn't it?
yeah, it is Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
He's a good voice actor and he's a good actor actually.
Yes, he is.
That's who I'm most excited for. I hope he's in it a lot.
Sometimes I'm actually disappointed when he's always a voice actor. I'm like, can we just see him doing something, please,
Yeah,
for once?
yeah.
Please.
I'm glad he's a fucking robot.
Who
though.
is he?
Yeah.
What else has he
You
been
haven't
in?
seen Firefly.
You've seen
he's in like
Tucker and
every
Dale
Disney
vs.
movie.
Evil, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
He's the like sort of strawberry blonde dude, the not beard. one.
Oh.
The one that's you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's in a lot of things.
He's in Firefly.
He's one of those character actors that you'll probably know the face of.
He's also the voice of Mickey in ODS2.
Mhm.
Wait, is he in
Mm-hmm.
Arrested Development?
Probably.
Yeah,
he's in a lot of
He's the
them.
dad.
The dad of
that.
I'm pretty sure they changed the dad in like between seasons. Oh no.
It's
They
always
show
the
her
same guy,
family
okay.
and it's like just
Yeah.
some random family member. That's it. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
good
He's
voice.
the dad of. Well, I don't remember her name. What is her name? That's the
That's
joke.
the
and I
joke.
can't remember her name.
He's got a good voice. Is the point.
Yeah.
And that character looks cool. Because robots in Star Wars have always been a little bit, for lack of a better word, gay.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a
So
song.
think about it.
Yeah.
R2D2,
Mm-hmm. BB-8.
He's just a little pill.
He's just a little bin.
He's a big
bin.
He's a bin.
Yeah.
C-3PO.
It's fucking gay.
He's gay. BB-8 is like cute.
Gay.
You don't look at him.
BB-8 is like your
You
fucking
don't look
dog.
at him and you're like,
Yeah, BB-8. I look at him and I get
Yeah.
the same thing I do when I look at your dog. Like,
yeah.
it's just a small,
Yeah.
helpless retard.
I like BB-8 a lot though. I like BB-8 more than R2D2 and C-3PO. I know that's probably blasphemy or something.
C-3PO is my favourite one.
Is it?
Jim's gay, confirmed.
With the red arm, though, ruins him.
The red arm ruins it.
Mm-hmm. I'm boycotting the next movie.
No, but then think about it. There's like the mouse droids, so the tiny little ones that go like in the fucking Death Star.
They're
Whatever.
cool.
They got gonk droids.
Cool.
It's fucking retarded and useless.
They got R3D4.
Got that weird one that controls like big back to tank in underwear.
Oh yeah, the guy,
that's pretty cool.
the
The
pale?
torture one.
Yeah, the torture one. He was like,
He's my favourite.
"You are here today. Send him to the crusher."
Why is he like your South African like
The-
sort of words stuff you do?
The Great Heap from the classic
I fucking love
2D
the Great
movie.
Heap.
Is that why you like C-3PO so much?
Quick, get the weird fucking...
Star Wars droids, the really old. Did you ever see any of those, Ruben? They were
It's-
fucking weird. But
Do you remember that
I
weird
saw
dog thing?
that weird
Yeah.
like stylized
I
clone.
fucking
Wars
love
thing,
that
though.
movie. So good.
wasn't that?
Such a good
No,
movie.
I know, but
It was way before
they used to sell them at the DVD video
Yeah.
shop rent
Mhm.
place.
That was like
on
an
the
Ewoks
same
movie and
section.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the point
I never
is,
got those though.
there's never been like a cool robot in Star Wars, in my opinion.
I'm trying to think.
General Grievous doesn't count.
Yeah,
General
I
Grievous
was just
is
thinking
cool.
like, what,
I like
what
him.
robots are that actually do stuff in Star Wars?
He's like designed to be a toy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do. He
He's
doesn't
got
like.
4 lightsabers.
He doesn't have like any point in the movie apart from
Whoa,
being a
dude.
general that they need to capture. And all the battle droids were handled so poorly. The super battle droids could have been menacing and like stormtrooper level if they were handled
But
properly.
instead, they were just like made to be retarded.
Yeah, even because like I
Jesus
thought, well,
fucking
they,
When they were
Christ.
introduced in the second one, they were like...
yeah, these are the fucking like get out. There's literally a scene where one of the big ones punches and destroys one of the weak battle droids when it first comes out.
Yeah.
It starts shooting and there's like what a battle droid like on the side and it fucking slams it down and then starts shooting again, as if to say, out with
And
the
it's
old,
just-
in with the
and
new.
it- and it's just
Mhm.
called Super Battle Droid.
Yeah, yeah,
It's obviously better.
and then he turns them into a joke as well in the third one where they're like, "Wow, there's R2D2. Uh-oh."
Don't slip on the oil.
Then he's gonna
Yeah.
set fire to, and then he sets fire to it, and the robots like get hurt by it.
I can't believe
like,
I know
the
all the
robots.
names.
So
I know all the names of all these droids. Then there were the Magna Guards, of course, in the prequels. That
Mhm.
was in episode 3.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
were General Grievous's like
They're
guards with
pretty
the whoa
Because they have an eye like in their chest,
Mhm.
so when you
he
cut
cuts
their
his head off and it still fights just as well. But like, again, those were just like a toy thing. They didn't serve any purpose to the story apart from to be there to fight a Jedi, to have something to fight a Jedi. But in this Rogue One thing, if he's an interesting character in terms of how he plays off the other things, because he looks like he's the no bullshit, straight up like
robot.
I'm not going to kill you then, I think is one of the lines or something.
he says the captain says you're a friend, so I'm not going to kill you,
Yeah,
or I
that's the
won't
one.
kill you, or
Yeah.
something.
I'm pretty sure his story is that he was an Empire's
Well,
robot.
he's got their sigil,
Yeah,
hasn't he, on
yeah,
his
Yeah,
arm?
exactly.
Yeah.
He was one of the Empire's robots, but now he's with the rebels. Immediately that's more interesting than any of the previous fucking
Robots.
droid characters from any Star Wars
But
thing.
like,
In movies, I mean. I
What
don't
about
know.
R4, Obi-Wan's droid that gets its head ripped off?
R4?
I already said it.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You don't think they're going to kill
R4
R2D2,
something.
do you?
No.
Or something?
No.
What
Couldn't
in
do that.
Rogue?
I just can't imagine them
Rogue
doing
One.
that because...
Because it's not like enough emotional attachment
No, not
to
in
him.
Ro-
It'd just be
yeah.
sort of like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
guys? What are you doing this
Not
for?
in Rogue One, I just mean like as a side note thought in episode 8 or something.
Yeah, no, they won't do that because it's not like the same. It's not like an emotional
like, can't you
attachment.
just
It's just
prepare
like,
it
no,
for
you can't. You can't kill R2. That's it.
Because like...
Nah, if R2 died and C-3PO was there.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah, like, then Anthony Daniels would be like, okay, you'd have to go up to him, the director would be up to him and be like, this is the scene where R2 gets slaughtered. We need you to put everything into this scene. He needs,
Oh
to,
my.
he needs to collapse on the floor and be like, no!
He does a Darth Vader.
Yeah, it does Darth Vader. I feel like he would die of depression or something after that.
Who are
No,
C3?
C-3PO. But if it was the other way around, R2 just wouldn't care. That's what I kind of like about their relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, he really likes R2 and is attached to him, but R2, like,
He doesn't
he
like.
kind of just does what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't
He'll like hang around
liking
Luke
it.
and whatever, probably because he thinks Jedis are cool. But apart from that, he just sort of he does what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He like jumps into swamps and stuff.
He jumps into swamps. He flies around. That amazing factory scene, the stunning factory scene in episode 2, which in the fan edit of the 3 prequel films all smudged together, that sequence starts, and then they just cut to the end of it because it's like 15 minutes of action, and like it's not even good action. Like the whole scene is just completely fluff, and it looks bad. It's just a terrible scene. And then Jango Fett shows up in the end, and he's like, "Buy my action figure." And then the movie just keeps going.
He just pulls one out of his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
This is me.
He just looks straight at the camera. Just buy me.
And then his head gets cut off.
Do you want my ship as a toy?
Yeah,
but
'cause
it's
he's
not
like-
green anymore. It's
He's
blue.
like, buy my action figure, and then he looks to another camera. He's like, "No, she doesn't pay the bills."
So I think I like the trailer the most. I knew Darth Vader was going to be thrown in there at the end because
Well, like it spoiled for me because Twitter was like, Darth Vader is back.
as well, didn't they?
They did what? Sorry,
At the end of the trailer, you just hear it.
that's an awful impression.
You just hear it.
Is
Yeah.
Tom Hardy playing Darth Vader in there?
Yes. No, the good thing about having a prequel is you can have Darth Vader in it because he's just a voice, and the guy who does the voice is still alive. So you can just find someone with a similar build to whoever's in the originals.
That's really mean, Alex.
I don't know his fucking name off the top of my head, do I?
Stephen Merchant.
Just got Stephen Merchant to be this weird gangly Darth Vader who's
Darth
not.
Vader is gangly.
He's just really big, and all the stormtroopers around him were played by women or something, so he looked bigger and more intimidating. Not sexist, not a statement.
Women are just typically smaller than
See,
men.
They look huge in the new movie now that they've got a female protagonist.
Exactly. I hope Darth Vader isn't like a big thing in the movie, though. I hope he just kind of is like randomly in scenes, like he would be in the spaceship, like in the Death Star. It's like, you're doing a good job in Sector 4. And then he goes back to crossing his arms and he fucking takes a shit.
Why do you want
this
that?
is Alex's vision for movies.
So what would you prefer?
Characters
you prefer
taking shit.
You
I want him
prefer
to like fly around like in Battlefront and like.
Yeah.
you prefer the
I want the Emperor
slice
to be
some
there for no
people
reason. It's going, "Wah!" and like spinning.
You
with
prefer
his
to be that
lightsaber
scene
like
where, like, an admiral's like, "We need him." Who? Darth Vader. Bring him down here. And he's like, and then he jumps in his ship and he's like, "I'll take them all out." And like the half the movie is just dedicated to him.
I don't want like. Oh, there's Darth Vader. See ya.
No, but like, don't you think it would be a waste to not have Darth Vader, even though it makes sense, like in the timeline, that he would be there?
I know. I'm saying he can be in it, but you shouldn't be like, "Oh, you're doing a great job in Sector 4. See ya."
You're doing.
I think that's how you should.
No, I'd prefer if he was saying something about Sector G, TBH.
Sector G Spot. He's doing a good job. It could be a weird little sector
Bill
joke.
Hicks.
Then there's weird side note. Shrek 3 and 4 have a lot of
Look
like
at that. He associates Shrek 3 and 4 with that.
Shrek 3 and 4 have a lot. No, listen.
It's funny because
Listen.
What? I don't get it.
I call him Bill Hicks. He's a comedian, but it was more just about.
No, listen. Shrek 3 and 4 has a lot
Nothing to
of
do with Bill Hicks.
inappropriate
It's nothing to do with Bill Hicks.
drug jokes. It's really weird.
Really?
Which one?
3 and 4.
Shrek
both
the
do.
Third is a funny movie.
It's terrible. I hate
They're
that
really
film.
weird.
Oh yeah, that's
love
actually
Shrek.
really bad, isn't it? Shrek 3. It's the one where there's like the scene where him and
Justin Timberlake's in it.
him and Fiona like having to be dressed up as like the king and queen
Mhm.
and all that clothing. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't fit. Ha
Yeah.
ha. I can't walk around in this." And
Yeah.
It's just like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid. This is infuriating.
Yeah, I watched 3 and 4 not long ago. Didn't even hate 4 that much, to be honest.
Is that the one where he like goes to an alternate
Rumpelstiltskin.
dimension?
Yeah, there are bits where I cringe. You know the bit where he runs up to like not Fiona.
Can we stop talking about Shrek? It's like,
and then she like kicks him in the head or whatever because it's not the Fiona
Oh,
he
yeah.
knows. I was just I cringed at him running towards her. I was just like, this is.
I
this
didn't think
is
it's that
fucking
bad.
awful.
Not gonna lie.
enough Shrek talk.
I kind of like,
No.
like the opening premise. You know, like he's sick of all of it.
No, listen.
He wants to like
Is-
go.
So Rogue One looks cool. Okay, we're all gonna see it. It's fun.
Yeah, it looks alright.
But let me. I want to.
okay.
This is a topic. Okay. Now that the internet is in a state where every now and again a new film becomes like a meme. Space Jam, Shrek, B movie. I don't know what other ones. I don't care. But does that like affect what you should think about the movie? Because I don't think that the Shrek franchise is even the worst piece of shit that like the memes make it out to be. B movie deserves it because it's like really awful. That was an awful idea from the beginning.
Well, no,
There's
lots
no
of people
merit.
actually like Shrek.
There's no merit.
Yeah.
But
I actually
Space
liked
Jam
Shrek
is
1
awful
and
as
2
well.
when I was a kid.
Space Jam is a piece
So-
of shit as well, so Space Jam deserves it. I know that'll upset some people. Yeah, I watched it when I was a kid as well. Rewatched it. It's really awful.
Yeah, but Bill Murray's in it.
He was
Hi,
also
guys,
in
I'm
Garfield.
Bill Murray.
He was also in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he even says in Zombieland, my only
Yeah.
regret, or my biggest regret, whatever he says, is Garfield.
Yeah. So yeah, Shrek, like it was weird because I'd never seen Shrek 3 or 4 again. I mean, before. So watching them for the first time was like, how you can't even think about them as movies anymore because of this weird Shrek. But like every time someone says Shrek or my swamp or whatever, it's just like this weird fucking meme shit. You're laughing now. Do you know what I mean? Like, is this an actual problem? Like, I can't talk about Shrek 3 or 4 critically without...
It's actually the word Shrek now.
Yes.
It triggers something in me in my head immediately.
Every time a character says Shrek or Fiona or Donkey or any of the weird things...
It's the swamp that
It's the
he
swamp,
does it.
yeah.
I was trying to not say it again. The swamp. When you're sat there and the movie's like fun or whatever, it's goofy. There's the odd funny bit, and then when a character's like, "Oh, I really wish I could go back to the swamp," that's like that shouldn't be funny, but it's funny because of the reputation it has now.
No,
How are they going to make a new Shrek
my
movie?
favourite Shrek thing is still just, oh, hello there. That's my
That
favourite
wasn't even
Shrek.
like a proper Shrek
It wasn't.
thing. That was like him trying to dance
It's
or
the way
something.
he walks on and then turns. That's what gets me.
No, that's from DreamWorks were really trying to intercept the YouTube AdSense.
Oh my god. Didn't work.
Because they had all these characters like, I don't know, Shrek.
Oh, that's what that was.
So they made all these really awful, like, let's make these terrible 1 minute long videos for babies to click on with favorite characters, and we'll have like the intern animators.
Can you imagine if
animate
a
it.
kid like went on YouTube and searched Shrek?
Yeah.
Now, what they find if they searched fucking
But
Shrek?
the weird thing is, they announced not long ago that they're making a Shrek 5 because they do make a lot of money. People love Shrek.
Now there's
now more
no
than
better
ever.
time to make another Shrek.
No, but here's the thing, though. Are the people making it going to be self-aware to the fact that it has this reputation now?
It's actually probably just going to be another Shrek movie, and that's it. That's all.
But, like...
They probably just realised, oh, jokes on the internet, a lot of people still know what Shrek is, so we could just make another movie. The
Yeah.
market research has been done for them.
But what I'm... You know, in Birdemic 2, I don't know if you've seen it.
I
or not.
don't think it'll be self-aware. It'll just be
But
a kids'
Birdemic
movie.
2, like, went for the whole... Everyone hated the first movie, and, like, I'm kind of clever and a genius for that. So I'm going to be tongue-in-cheek now on purpose type shit. You know? Because, like, he tried with the first movie. He didn't know it was so bad. And then he,
Now
like,
he's pretending that it
purposefully,
was- yeah.
like, tried to make it as bad as
Oh my
possible,
God, I
sort of
just
thing.
remembered that, Birdemic.
Yeah.
The way the audio is, like...
Yeah, it's just fucked.
Yeah.
So, like, it will be so upsetting if in Shrek 5 they're like...
No, they won't. It's just going to be a kids' movie.
If in the corner there's a bag of Doritos and there's one of those Shrek kids munching on it, you know, that sort of shit.
Nah, I won't do that.
I don't think they'll do
Do you
that.
think he'll put on like those
Anyway,
pixelated
I've got
sunglasses?
something for you. In Cool Cat news, one of the people in the fucking Discord server, I'm not explaining Discord again.
What's Discord?
You know, what is this called? We don't know.
Yeah, it's actually it's a rare contagious
though?
form of AIDS. It's that fucking weird team.
No, as in
Skype
what
thing.
are you
Oh, right.
talking about?
I thought you were just sort of asking it to prompt me to tell the audience what it might be, but
No,
they probably know.
They can find out.
What's the
yeah.
government?
John Marston. So you can get like discount codes as like for Cool Cat merch. You can become like a representative for Cool Cat merchandise. You can give people a discount code, and if they use your code, you get.
What's this to do
from
with
it.
Discord, though?
One of the people on the Discord server.
Oh, they told you.
They did that, and now they've made Code Keen be a Cool Cat like discount code
Really?
for Cool Cat merchandise.
Well,
And
Derek
like,
Savage started this.
Derek Savage, it's like a Derek Savage thing. He thinks that people want to actually
Yeah.
represent him a bit and sell his kids stuff.
He's
So-
someone where, after making Birdemic and seeing the feedback, is still going to make a film just as awful as the first one with no
My
self-awareness at all.
favourite,
He might try and acknowledge it in some weird way,
Drop a meme in.
but it will be so so awful that it would be a completely different bag of worms.
Why are people even still like talking about that though? It's long dead.
When people send me Cool Cat shit, it's like, where were you 6 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
No one fucking cares anymore. He blocked me. I can't even follow him. I'd love to follow him.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against the guy. He told me to fuck off, but I don't care.
He blocked me as well.
He just blocks everyone.
He blocked you. He hasn't blocked me.
Unless you suck his fucking cock.
Yeah, you have
He'll
to
block you.
completely suck his cock.
Yeah.
You can't even say one thing like, oh, I like this, but I didn't like this so much. He'd still block you.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you were reasonable about it. People sent him so many reasonable emails. But it was like, he only picked out the ones of the fucking memers who just sent him like fake death threats or whatever. But like, he likes and retweets. Oh!
I don't know how long it's been out though.
Well, you did it yourself this time.
Me, I can reach now.
You didn't
You
say
don't wanna
3, 2,
clap?
1,
You didn't say
record.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, because I do the clap. Much easier. Little trick if you're trying to sync video and audio.
Yeah,
Do a
you
clap.
want to make sure to suck Daddy Derek's dick just
Mhm.
before it.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want to do.
I mean, we're not doing any like favors for the comment section, are we? By even bringing it up.
No. But I
It's
just thought
like-
I'd let
it's
everyone
like-
know that code Keem is now a discount code.
Yeah.
On,
So go and give
Daddy
Derek
Derek.
Savage money.
well, no,
Effectively.
you're giving Derek Savage money, but you're also giving Charlie from the Discord server money,
Well, there you go.
I think.
Shouldn't have said his name. He's
So
going
I
to go
could
to
make
the government.
I
now.
could make code hate on his website and make money off his merchandise.
Hmm. Well, I tweeted at you. I can't wait for the day that you get a G Fuel code.
Yeah, I can't be doing with no G fuel shit. I don't even know what it is.
What if they approached you? It's a sugar-free sort of energy drink.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
How's it
In America, it's Game of
You
Fuel.
can get it here as well.
Game of
Somebody-
Fuel. Can you?
Yeah, someone I know actually. He had a G Fuel like sort of like flask in his
Oh yeah.
room. It's not even who you think. Probably it's not actually who you think.
I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking anyone. I was just imagining sort of a blob holding it.
Oh my god.
Blob friend.
Oh my god.
What is it? Jesus Christ. So this is the code Keem
What have
tweet.
they done? What have you done? You fucking assholes.
Have you liked that
No.
picture?
No, that's a screen cap. I've just been texted it.
All right, but Cool Cat. Do you want to go to Reddit? Questions.
please.
Someone tweeted at them at Coolcat, "Hey now, you're a Keemstar." It's, first of all, we don't know who Keemstar is, so don't tie me in there. Second, Keem is a kid's referral code, and get yours.
Yeah,
Weird
he's
phrasing
just
being-
completely clueless, and I hate talking about him.
I like to
It's
just
just
point
like
out,
I hate the whole Marina Joyce thing as well.
Yeah, that's fucking.
To me, that was tired 1 second after
Mhm.
what actually happened came out. Like, it was interesting at first when no one knew what was going on. but after that,
What is going on?
well, now she's just being weird for the sake of being weird
Yeah.
and getting a bunch of attention because she's weird. It's like, great. And everyone's sucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
They love it. They're like, whoa, this is mad. This is crazy. I hate Marina Joyce coming next week.
Fucking genius.
Yeah. And everyone made a video about it. Everyone's,
There's baby spiders up there.
oh yeah,
A lot of them.
I'll suck them up with a vacuum cleaner.
I think you should put them on Jim's face.
Blueville.
Baby spiders ain't shit.
Blueville on reddit.com/r/jar media.
Oh, we're actually getting to Reddit subjects
Yes, says,
now. Fine.
hey Jar, if you could redesign any program, app, or website, what features would you add or remove?
I'd remove Facebook completely.
Yeah, I'd get rid of Facebook.
Just kill it.
Who fucking cares about Facebook?
BuzzFeed. No, actually, keep BuzzFeed because I kind of like its endless source of making me angry.
Keep BuzzFeed, but get rid of everyone who's copying BuzzFeed. You know,
Yeah.
because of what BuzzFeed is, then everyone wants to sort of be that.
Mm-hmm.
with
That whole thing
shit.
on Snapchat as well. The whole like news.
Oh yeah, the news
news.
section.
It's fucking terrible.
The way Twitter tries to be trendy.
Twitter, yeah, Twitter trying to be trendy. is
I'd remove
awful.
the ability to tweet on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. What about like specific features like?
Get rid of the fucking moments thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sucks.
that's what I
Just
just meant.
change it to like a news thing where it just shows fucking integrated news from like
Yeah.
BBC News and shit
It's
like
in
that.
the worst
Not
spot,
like
though.
pretend news. They're right in the middle.
It should be
It's
to the
because
far
Twitter
right.
doesn't make them like
it should be the
much
one
money.
before your settings or whatever, shouldn't it? Because that's always on the furthest like away bit.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be before messages,
Yeah.
and it
And I
is.
suppose they figure like there's. I kind of get that logic. You should be able to move it your fucking self. You
You
should,
should
be
be
able
able
to decide.
to just fucking.
Twitter is the only social
well,
media I check regularly.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
the only one I like.
Mm-hmm.
I go on Facebook every now and then just to see whether anyone that I haven't
I've abandoned it. I can't.
unfollowed on Facebook of the people I know.
Hey, do you think
actually has said anything? You know,
a
occasionally.
dislike
someone I know.
button for something?
Well, they've got
on
that
Facebook?
stupid like something and angry
Yeah.
sort of shit now, but that's dumb.
Yeah, it's supposed to like
But I'd
dissuade
remove
negativity, I
Facebook.
suppose.
And yeah, kind
Do
of
you-
really hate Lad Bible as well because
Yeah.
they just shamelessly steal other people's jokes.
Yeah, they do.
And people be like, oh, but they give credit.
No.
Hardly. And on Facebook as well, when they just upload someone's video from YouTube and get
Yeah.
like 20 million views on
Mhm.
it, and that person, you go on it, they've got 90,000, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh,
Come on.
thanks, guys.
this is bullshit.
And they probably make money off the video on Facebook,
Mhm.
I suppose, through some
Well, 'cause
private thing.
There was that thing Facebook were approached, like fucking SoFlo with, didn't they? Remember that? During
Well,
stage 3
I don't know if anyone has any like evidence, but it's like
all things point to it pretty much.
well, everything points to the fact that like why would they do it otherwise? You know,
Mhm.
why would every day would they upload these fucking meme videos that they steal? Like, what does Facebook likes mean? Unless it transfers over to anything. And
Because
they
there
get
are
so many
adverts on Facebook, aren't
Yeah.
there? Just not
Mhm.
before videos, it's just on the page.
Yeah.
So I guess the more people on the page, the more.
Well, I
times
feel like
advertising.
I've been made to watch an ad on Facebook before a video though.
Well, I wouldn't know. Because like
Every
Yeah, I
now
know
and
nothing
again.
about Facebook at this
What-
point.
yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like it had the quickest decline of any social media to just being something completely different. Used to be, I'm having my hamburgers, everyone.
Yeah, now Twitter's kind of like that, but a bit more like trying to be witty. That's what everyone's trying to.
Well, the good thing
People
about
try to be
Twitter is
witty on
that
Twitter.
you're limited
Yeah.
to a certain amount of words, and you just follow who you care about.
You don't see shit everywhere.
Yeah, Facebook like just puts shit like you have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Your
But
friend,
they
your
have
friend
ad-
of a friend like this.
They would
Like,
have
what?
ads as well, like
Yeah.
in between on your newsfeed
Mhm.
and shit. Like obviously, I fucking run ad block on Facebook. I go
Mhm.
fuck
Yeah,
Facebook.
it's nearly unusable without it.
The only time I use it is for one group chat, and even then, we hardly use that.
hmm
And people on Messenger trying to talk to
Yeah.
me, trying to contact me.
But do you
That's
think
it.
any of these like could do with more features?
More features.
Do you think like Twitter is missing something?
No.
I think YouTube needs a lot of adjustments, but I quite like
YouTube,
Twitter
yeah.
the way it is.
YouTube needs.
Twitter's nice
Bunch
and
of
simple
shit.
still.
I think YouTube's comment section just needs to be completely revamped.
I think
It's
Twitter
fucked.
needs to get rid of all those. I don't know. No, I can't bother to get into
Yeah.
that. It's fucking pointless.
Like, I don't know how you do it, but now when you go back to a comment section on like a big video, it's different every time you go there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what did it used to be? There were the two top comments, I remember.
And then just,
And everyone would fight to be the top comments.
Mhm.
But now it's like it puts anything to the top. So it'll put, if you reply
Yeah,
to
I
like
don't understand
spam.
why that was changed.
Sometimes you'll go at like a 60 like comment, you go down to like a 600 like one.
Yeah.
It's like halfway down the page. It's like,
And like there'll be
why is this?
say a big YouTuber comments on your video. The sort of thing you would expect to be at the top, right?
Yeah, it's just gone.
Then you go back there the next day and it's just gone.
Yeah.
Not even the next
I
day.
guarantee I couldn't ever find that Max Mofo like comment again.
Probably not. There is like a weird search function you can go to in your like creator studio, but man, it is munted. Favorites so bad it's good movies, preferably not Laser Blast or The Room.
I
This
don't
is
have
from
any
Procrastinate.
like bad movies I love. I kind of just hate them.
Christine Tora. I can't fucking say her name.
I can't see it from here, so otherwise I'd try and read it out.
Just anything with Nicolas Cage in.
Yeah, actually, just Nick Cage stuff is
Yeah.
always a good time.
I like things that are baffling
Mm-hmm.
in like how was this made? Shark Tale. A bunch of weird DreamWorks movies where they were like trying to be hip and cool at the time. B-movie is one. Like, I know it's a meme we mentioned earlier, but B-movie is one of those where it's
Mhm.
like, I cannot believe what I'm watching right now. They just made a joke about a bee and a human like having a relationship. This is so unbelievable.
B-law.
Thousands of people working on this movie, working on this product, and not one single person was like, we should stop. We need to stop right now.
No, that's the way DreamWorks rolls, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just push a ball down a hill.
hmm And just see how many people they murder with it on the way down.
Yeah.
See you, Jerry. What about like? Are there any big hit movies? We watched all the Fast and Furious movies, or a bunch of them.
I've never watched that.
But
so
like, I
can't.
didn't really like any of them.
No.
I liked the first like minute
Actually,
of 7.
I liked
think-
the one gag in 7 where he has the bulletproof window and then he rolls it up.
Oh yeah, I guess there's the odd
That's-
moment like that.
That's the only moment from any of them.
I think
that,
I get a
made me
good kick
chuckle.
out of hate watching.
That guy's a good director though.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did 7.
It's the Aquaman guy, isn't it?
Something Lee. He did the like Star Trek. Like
Yeah.
he's good with like actual direction, but just the writing's just so ridiculous, and it's like he's got nothing to work with. What did you enjoy?
I could hate watch Fast and Furious 1 and Tokyo Drift. I could hate watch those
Are they
because they're so just like, oh god, the whole way.
Are they not boring though?
I don't know if they're boring. I remember seeing them once when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but not even like fucking cringing at them then. Like,
There needs to be like a
What
balance
is this?
with bad movies that are enjoyable, because a lot of the time bad movies just become boring.
Yeah.
Like that Nicolas Cage, what with the bees? What's it?
Wicker Man.
Wicker Man. The Wicker Man
That's
remake.
really
I love the
boring.
original.
It's an incredibly boring film, with the odd Nicolas Cage parts being kind of funny in that so
No,
awful way.
When
Like
it
the
gets to
triple dream sequence.
Yeah, the triple dream and like
I've forgotten all of this.
from the point where he
There's a
puts
triple
on the
dream?
bear cofrom
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
And
the
it punches someone in the
then
face.
onward it's
Yeah.
fucking great, but everything before.
But
that-
then I don't feel like you get any more out of seeing it in the movie than just watching it on YouTube, you know?
Mhm.
Just the clips of it.
Yeah.
No, there aren't like any movies I can just. I
But
fucking
there are
despise
some.
the low.
In a weird, twisted way, I do hate watching the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
There is something out,
I guess-
out of it.
I get so bored.
Do you?
That's the thing. That's what essentially
This
makes
is
a
a
bad
different-
movie bad.
Yeah. There's something kind of interesting to me with those in particular, where like I'm just trying to think. I just find the whole behind the scenes fascinating with that. With how like George Lucas, you know, presumably had free reign to do whatever he wanted because he
Mhm.
was Star Wars guy.
And yes, man.
No one questioned or challenged him, and this is what he made 3 times, and they're just garbage each time. So it's like
That is
on
Star
that
Wars.
front, on that front.
That's his Star Wars.
That's what he wants Star Wars to be, I suppose. But you just forgot how to make a movie though, in because like you can like elements, like I don't know, what even fucking happens in the prequels. Jar Jar, there's an action scene or two. You can like those parts on the most superficial, like this story beat happens, this happens, there's a fight scene there, or whatever. But then when you don't appreciate the fact that they're like actually badly made in terms of like
Everything.
they're quite
Darth Maul
lazy.
was cool, though.
They're quite lazy.
Yeah, Darth Maul was really cool.
Yeah. Dark fight.
They're lazy in comparison to like the charm of the original Star Wars, where you can tell like they actually went to a location, they went to a
Mhm.
fucking desert, and they put on the suits, and they actually there was like some artistry poured into it. Artistry that's on a different level to, you know, that the animators who are paid to do a crazy action sequence in one of the prequels, but you know, it's just a different thing.
Sterile.
Yeah, sterile and just a bunch of shit. When you think of the Star Wars prequels, what image flashes to your head? Like just a singular image. What is it?
2 people standing.
2 people standing. Ruben, what is it for you? What flashes in? Like what image is there in your head when you think of them?
We're talking about the prequel story.
Yeah.
aren't we? I picture the bit where Obi-Wan's walking through that corridor on Camino with the 2
Yeah,
aliens,
yeah.
and it's just awful.
And
the
I-
special effects are awful.
Yeah,
like,
I
the
think about the
extension of
part
that
where
corridor.
Dexter Jetster and that weird diner goes up and goes, "Whoa," and it's just it's the worst fucking shit. And
Yeah.
and then it does the camera flips and
Yeah.
it shows one of his arms pulling his
Yeah.
thing up over his butt, and it's like, "Pressure for kids" or whatever.
Yeah, I think of the part where they're in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah,
And
and it
it's-
just looks so fucking.
It's Mace Windu,
Mhm.
Obi-Wan, and
And
Yoda
Yoda.
on his flying thing.
No.
And it looks so bad.
Uh,
Speaking of bad CG,
yeah.
that Harry Potter trailer,
Well, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. You thought it was bad.
I didn't think
feel
the
like-
trailer was necessarily bad.
Can you think of a movie recently that's so reliant on CG, like that would be, where the CG hasn't been kind of sketchy, at one part or another? Can you think of any? really CG reliant movies. Like think about Batman vs Superman. Obviously had a lot of CG in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's always obvious when it's the CG parts. But like we're now
The thing is-
conditioned where we don't care.
No, I
Like-
know, but like there's sometimes, like I found with Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
it sort of blends
Yeah.
where it all kind of has this look, even the stuff that isn't just filled with CG.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the one shot in that trailer for Harry Potter. It's him and like a street of New York,
Yeah.
and it's so clearly a green screen
Yeah.
when he looks so real
Mm-hmm.
because it is him,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't blend.
Yeah.
It looks fucking awful.
I just think about it like you see all these old films like from the 80s and 90s or whatever,
Mhm.
where they build these just insane sets
I know.
for a sequence in a film that is sometimes like less than 30 seconds for like nothing.
Yeah.
And that's months, if not like endless months, building this ridiculous set. Like think about you know that room in the first Alien with the chest bursted, you know, the one, it's the really famous one. What do they call the engineer? With that big like
Oh, right, yeah,
telescope
yeah.
thing, and it's a huge, fucking huge set. It's like gargantuan,
Mm-hmm.
and it cost millions of dollars to make.
Yes, barely.
But then think about how long it's actually in the movie. It must be.
That's what I'm
minutes.
talking about. Though it all blends to make this thing, so that one part doesn't look fucking
Yeah,
shit.
but do you think it's
because-
excusable for one shot in a movie like that, which might be polished by the end of it,
Mhm.
to be like that?
Well, if it is polished, sure, but like, it has to look like it belongs with the rest of it.
Yeah,
If there is one thing wrong, it stands out, and
yeah.
it makes
I
the
think the
whole thing
way
worse.
Mad Max did CG and the way
Yeah.
not
Well,
Lord
because
of the Rings,
everything in that is changed
Game of
to some
Thrones.
extent.
Yeah, like there's actually a lot of CG in Mad Max, like tons. Like
Yeah.
every single shot like has loads in, pretty much.
Stuff is just brushed up.
Mm-hmm. Or they film an action scene with just like a nothing background, and then they put it where they want it
Yeah.
with the background like it was a painting or whatever the fuck they do. Like a lot of it is that. It's just the way it's stitched together, and there's like an artistry to it, and all blends.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a fucking scene where an eagle comes down and lifts a car into the air, and fucking the camera's swinging all over the place and going to impossible angles. It all feels like it's been filmed. A lot of like problems that they come under with the whole CG thing is they just let the camera just go way too crazy. Like it just does impossible shit. Like impossible shit. So then it tricks your brain into like noticing. Well, it doesn't trick it. Like it makes it more obvious that it is CG because it's not constrained by anything in reality. That's what I like about Spielberg a lot, is like even when there are huge crazy things happening in a scene where it would be so easy for him to pan out to like a wide city shot of like in War of the Worlds where the big aliens are smashing through the city or whatever, to just show it from there, but he always goes to like the main character's perspective or a character's perspective and does it from there, which makes it like just flow and feel way more natural. He does that in the BFG as well. There's this whole set piece where the giants are trying to find the main character in like the BFG's weird place thing, and it's all from the little girl's perspective while she's like going through in this one shot, which is a very Spielbergy thing. CG.
I said barely anything for the past like 10 minutes. I just read, two pieces of like one piece of depressing news, another piece of slightly interesting news, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, and that was it.
Do you want to stay on the movie thing? There's like another one here.
Yes.
What are they saying?
Heated Hamper says, if you could fix one movie that you wanted to be good but wasn't, how would you fix it? I would.
Batman v Superman.
Completely rewrite Batman v Superman. Yeah. There
Yeah,
you
change all of it apart from that one fight scene.
go. Yeah, that has to be in it. Just like
No, that's something. How the fuck did they do that fight scene? Because some of it looks.
does blend quite well, doesn't
Yeah, it looks fucking amazing.
Mm. When you step back and just look at it purely in a how did you do that type
Yeah.
deal.
How the fuck did they do that?
Just very good CG artists, I expect.
I was looking at some behind the scenes stuff though.
Yeah.
They did a lot in like actual.
It's all like
Stuff.
editing and tricks.
Well, like the part where it's Batman actually fighting Superman. He like kicks him into a skylight.
Yeah.
Like they actually did that.
That's probably
But
why
I don't understand why. I think that's what I mean when I
It's
say it
just-
blends well. Like,
I suppose it's just the kind of shit that, like, I suppose it just depends on them. If someone wants to do it and it is achievable, they will do it because they feel it looks better.
Yeah.
And it does, for the most part. That's it. There's no, like, sort of, like, why or whatever. It's just they want to do that.
I really do like that we're...
Zach wanting to do that.
and like when they had to choreograph fight scenes with Ben Affleck with a mask on where he couldn't even see.
Yeah. I like the fact that we're at a point where CG is good enough where if it's used properly, you cannot notice it, like in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Or like Game of Thrones, where you just don't notice it. You don't even see it.
BVS. You know, you said about, like, there's no fucking random eagles just picking up and flipping cars. That's what Doomsday is. He's the random eagle picking up and flipping cars. Just like, what the fuck are you doing here? You look shit compared to everything else.
Yeah, he does. There's like nothing grounded about that.
Yeah, he just looks dumb.
Yeah.
He looks like a CG monster. That's it. He's not like, he looks like a cool monster.
Yeah.
Just a CG monster.
Are there like any monsters in anything that don't look like just like obviously CG thing in anything like that? Like, think about every Marvel movie when there's like a creature monster. It's always like it looks like that.
It's weird.
Some of the time
with Marvel.
some of the time there's like this fits. That's the problem. Doomsday doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Guardians of the Galaxy just then. They're aliens and shit and that, aren't they? A couple.
They're pretty restrained in Guardians, to be fair. They don't have any like big like worm monster shit, do they?
No.
It's usually people with like makeup on.
I find Marvel ones like do it the worst in terms of blending.
Yeah.
Like the shit really sticks out. Like in Civil War.
Like, oh yeah, because
Like
it's filmed in this weird gritty, almost like war movie type
Well, there's
type
a
deal.
filter on that the whole movie. Isn't
Yeah. But and then when you see the Falcon flying around, like it looks weird.
When Ant-Man goes huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just tell.
It looks wrong.
You can tell. It's like a fun scene, but you can tell it's obviously CG.
Because there's because someone might say, well, obviously it's CG, it's impossible. It's like, no, it's different. It's different because you look at CG that's good and you're like,
it shouldn't take you out the movie, is my point. Like, you know, when the Millennium Falcon in Episode 7 is flying around the junkyard from Jakku, obviously it's all CG. Obviously.
But it looks good.
But you don't even think about it because it's a fun action scene.
It looks
you're
really
just
good.
you're just going with it.
The worst thing in
and it's
Star
consistent.
Wars is
consistency.
what are they called? The like squid.
Oh, the Raftars, yeah.
They look bad.
There are a couple. That's a weird thing about that film is like they went so hard in with we want to make this look like an original film.
Yeah, with BB-8.
BB-8 is a perfect example where like he's CG a lot of the time, but you don't even notice. You can't tell. R2 is CG some of the time in that movie. You can't tell. But then
there's fucking what's her face, the little one with the glasses.
I can't remember her name.
Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata.
She was kind of rubbish.
I it's not quite as jarring like when I've seen it so many times now with that. But the Raftar thing, I'll never understand. I feel like that scene would be really fun if it was like a Wampery type thing where it was people in like weird suits and shit, you know? Do you think that would have been really fun and like really like
or
classic
like
Star Wars?
Weird sort of tentacle things, like with the way they did it in the garbage chute on the Death Star. Yeah, like you don't see the thing; it's just eye pops out.
It's just a cute little thing.
And then someone gets pulled under the water. Yeah, to avoid you having to see. The
I feel like you could still have the Rathtar creatures and have that same sequence almost, but just shoot it differently. Yeah, if that makes sense, and show less. Yeah, and have like a mix, a blend of weird, elaborate practical shit. Because then they made in that bar scene in Episode 7, they made like ridiculous practical models that look amazing. They look really stunning. And it just seems weird that.
They'll look at a reason. They'll just be like, well, we can't. That's it. But then, why even have the bit in it? Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, that's what it comes to it. Like, the whole project's like this huge, ridiculous mess, and then sometimes it just happens to all mesh together perfectly, and sometimes it doesn't. Like, the idea on paper of that Rathtar scene, it's probably fun, cool. And, like, once you stop caring about that, like, it's fine.
It's the one part in the cinema when I was thinking like,
yeah, like I just wish that wasn't CG.
I just wish that it didn't even need to be there.
I think the scene did, but the fact that it was like a creature, like that, you needed a scene where you're introduced to the characters again. Otherwise,
I know, but like
comic shenanigans with Han and Chewie.
They could have done silly, goofy, dumb shit without bad CG in it, though.
Yeah. It wasn't even bad CG, it was just that thing where it, like, stood out.
Well, yeah, especially when the ship they're in looks fucking gross and like
weathered,
and then there's these plastic fucking toys globbing all about.
The glob on it. Do you remember how good it is in Empire when that weird bat just goes on the side of the Millennium Falcon? It's this weird creature and it makes the weird noise. I remember the shit when I'd watched the prequels when I was young. Not the prequels, the original ones, when I was younger. And having this weird like creepiness about the practical monsters because they almost seem like real to you because they look like they could be a real thing.
There's always a texture thing, isn't there? You pick out a real world texture.
Yeah, the way stuff like reacts.
Exactly. Yeah.
With that stuff, like
there are some things you just can't mimic with CG. Mm-hmm. You just can't do it.
Like the way when Han Solo is running away from one of them.
Yeah.
Like
and he does the Indiana Jones punch.
And it doesn't look like that thing is there behind him.
No. But I mean, like, for the most part, apart from the odd thing like that, I think that's a good example of how it should be used. Apart from the odd scene. Whereas, like, it's so fucking insulting to see, like, in the re-edit of Jedi, the fucking Sarlacc pit with a CG mouth. It's like burping and grabbing people, and it looks so bad.
It's got a beak all of a sudden.
Yeah. It looks so fucking awful. I can't remember the question anymore. Oh, it's supposed to be, how would you fix one movie that you wanted to be good? Well. I would love Interstellar to instead be this weird, metaphysical time shit, to be just a real straight up, instead of trying to go for like this Stanley Kubrick thing, go for a more alien type thing, and have it almost be a horror movie. Where like the setup's the same, maybe cut out the beginning bit because like the first hour is set up to getting in the ship or whatever, but then because the setup is like perfect for it because there are like 3 planets with people on. You could have had the first one be the water one, the exact same, and then do something with the other ones where it just takes a completely different direction.
I like the time thing though with the water planet.
Yeah, that's fine. I just mean that the ending bit with the ghost and shit.
Yeah, that's fucking.
No, if it was something about because he wants to go back to see his daughter, and obviously he's on this planet for what to her is like 20 years, or whatever. If the rest of the movie was about him getting back to her,
just something simple. Like if that film had just stayed simple and simplistic, not in like I didn't understand it was too much for me. No, like.
I understood it. It was just dumb.
Yeah, I just don't like that, the way that went in the end. I wish The Dark Knight Rises could have been 2 films. I
wish the Joker could have been in.
Yeah.
I wish Heath Ledger didn't die.
The whole film would have been about him. You just know it. He would have played a major role in it. Couldn't have not.
If Bane might not have even been in it.
Yeah. That would have been neat, actually. Has there been like a film or whatever that you've been so excited for and then it ended up just being fucking pants? What about like this only says 1 movie, but what about like the prequels, the Star Wars prequels?
I was never excited.
Imagine if they were good. How fucking weird.
Well, the world would be a completely different place.
We wouldn't have an episode 7.
No.
That's the thing. We might be on like episode 10 by now or something, because they just would have kept going probably. There was a good observation I saw where Kylo Ren, the character of Kylo Ren in 1 movie does what they failed to do with Anakin in 3.
Yeah.
It's like exactly the same thing, like the arc of what it should be, and they do it in 1 movie, and he's not even in every scene.
A lot of it is them just saying what happened though.
What, in Star Wars?
You don't see the whole thing of Kylo Ren.
No, you don't see. You don't see.
You don't need to fucking. You don't need to see.
Well,
it.
I know, but
it's stupid.
But the
I mean, like Anakin, the actual turn, because it, like you buy that he's conflicted. You buy that he's this weird mess. It's not fucking hackney. Like, you were my brother, Anakin.
I loved you.
It's like, Dad, yummy mummy. Any movie that you just wish? Problem is, I'm so jaded at this point. Like, I just expect everything to be bad.
Yeah, I think the most excited for a movie I've ever been for is The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
really.
I was disappointed. I came out of it like, hell yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, me too. I was like fucking shaking because I was so like, please don't be bad, please don't be bad, please don't be bad.
I remember going there. I went and saw it with my dad. It was the last day of school as well, so I saw it at like 1:30. Got a good screening of it. Cinema was full. That movie fucking shook the foundations of like everywhere in the Western world because everyone just wanted to see it. And everyone at the end,
because it was riding on the coattails.
End of the film, he goes, "Dark Knight Rises." It's got the din din.
Yeah.
Everyone in the fucking cinema starts clapping. Everyone.
Jim hates it.
It was fucking great. It was
We
great.
didn't get any
It was
applause.
an experience.
It's because our screening was a bit slimed.
Yeah, the first 20
we
minutes.
got to see the intro twice.
The first 20
We got
minutes
to
were
hear
fucked for you.
the intro twice.
We saw some of it. We saw the last half of the plane bit, like twice.
You know, the story of The Dark Knight is really similar to The Killing Joke.
In the same way, the story of The Dark Knight Rises is very similar to Nightfall or whatever, like elements of it.
No, but like the whole thing that the Joker's doing is the same in The Killing Joke.
Oh yeah, because like Nolan actually appreciates the source material in some way.
But he did that
and he
at the
doesn't
same
just sort
time
of like
making.
look at it and he's like,
At the same time, he made a completely original Joker.
Yeah. Oh.
wow, twice.
Do a clap for you.
Oh, that was a good one.
I got a bit of shit in the Jar Media comments for making fun of Suicide Squad,
Fuck 'em.
despite not seeing it. I feel like it's because I made the video about review scores or whatever. And they were like, you're just basing your opinion on the critics or whatever.
No,
you can still make an informed opinion, I reckon. Like
when you look at a trailer,
you're not just
you
looking
look
at review
sort of
scores.
what it's about.
I watched
There's a lot
the
of context you can take.
I've watched people talk about it. I haven't just gone on.
yeah, exactly. I
Rotten
watched the
Tomatoes.
40-minute review from Kind of Funny. I watched the Red Letter Media review. I watched Chris Stuckman's review. Who else did I see? I saw the Ralph the Movie Maker's one on it, where he was Zack Snyder reviewing it. I saw a bunch of different people, and then I read a bunch of reviews as well. And
did anyone say it was good?
Angry Joe did. I watched the Angry Joe one as well.
Did he really?
So, he's getting a lot of like support for it because there's a big group of people who are like desperate to attach their opinion to someone else who's like big in the media.
He's desperate for DC to be good.
Literally every point he has in his review of Suicide Squad is like the opposite of what every other person has been saying. We're like, man, every character just gets the right amount of setup. They're all great, and so based on what I absorbed from that, I think it's fair to. And we did preface. We weren't saying that we'd seen the film.
Yeah,
we did, and like I'll still watch it. And if there are things I like in it, I would not like fucking lie. But I think it's fair based on the panning by everyone, not just critics. Like I value the opinions of some of those YouTubers I listed above any like random like New York critic or whatever. Like I don't care about the actual score. I'm looking about what they're actually saying about the movie.
Looks stinky.
Yeah, does.
Like, you know that scene in the trailer where the Joker's lying with a big circle of knives around him.
Yeah,
I remember when I first saw that, I thought, I can't wait to see like why he's there.
Yeah.
What that is. And apparently there's just no reason. It's just there in the film.
There probably was.
Probably was a reason. Wasn't it, at the time,
Yeah.
Like what Red Letter Media said about it was just like it just feels like.
Well, they probably showed all
they
this.
Just chopped up the movie and fucking just.
They probably showed all this stuff in the trailers and thought, well, we have to show it now.
Yeah.
We can't just
because the trailer company edited it.
Cut shit out.
Got a bunch of fucking shit questions on Reddite.
I really want a fucking good Joker.
Who's alive?
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's so much you can do with those two characters, though.
I know.
And
like, I just think that dynamic's just fucked now in that universe. The Joker Batman dynamic. Because all of the interesting stuff is gone.
They feel like completely separate now. To me. They're not like this.
It's like
constantly clashing force.
Everything's already happened.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's already killing people. Why the fuck is the Joker still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, does he keep these people alive just so he can keep his job?
Did you see that thing the other day where the director of Suicide Squad explained Joker's backstory, like why he has the grill? Because, get this, because Joker and Harley killed Robin, Batman got so mad he punched all of Joker's teeth out, and that's why he put damaged on his forehead as a tattoo, because he feels like he's damaged his perfect looks or whatever. The end. Like, he said that in a fucking interview. Like, why have we not seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of that is like, that's like a fucking movie right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking movie.
How cool could that be?
And that's
though?
way more interesting than fucking Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck
How
about that.
awesome would that be? But at the same time,
It wouldn't be
we've
awesome
seen-
though. That should be like the second film.
no, I know, but I mean, actually seeing that and it be good.
Yeah.
Like, if they had a movie like The Dark Knight where they set up the Joker,
Yeah.
and then the second one, he has a Robin. He is a Robin in
Yeah.
the first movie as well.
Yeah.
Kills Robin. But then, why would Batman keep him alive if he just kills people left, right, and centre?
I know.
Is Suicide Squad set before Batman vs Superman?
I think there's one scene that is where he's like chasing them. Then he punches Harley Quinn.
But if the Joker's still alive after Batman v Superman, why the fuck is he still alive? Batman is killing anyone. Why would he keep the Joker alive?
It makes no sense. I don't know. I can't tell you.
That's why I think if Batman is ever someone that kills, the first person he has to kill is the Joker.
What was their plan with the Joker, though, now? What can they do with him? Because they're going so ham into Justice League, where the Joker's like irrelevant. He doesn't matter when you have Superman and Aquaman and shit.
No, let's
He's
just
not
face it,
interesting.
there's no plan.
There's no plan.
Well, it'll be
It's
for a solo Batman movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then it would make no sense unless it's set before all of that. In which case, why did you not start with that?
Because Batman still takes on the Joker.
It just seems
after the
so
Justice
fucking
League.
obvious.
I know.
You have this myriad of characters, you give one of them each their own movies and you make it good. And then you have a film like Batman vs Superman, which only works based on the history of all the characters and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what? They
At
just
this
fucking...
point, I don't have anything to say. I just kind of sit here and listen to you two talk about
They
it.
got fucking cold feet, that was it.
Well, they
Marvel
were
was so
too scared
successful.
because Marvel was so far ahead.
And they... Instead of taking what Marvel didn't do well, and...
Instead, they did everything Marvel did well and did it badly.
Yeah, they tried to copy Marvel and fucked up.
Yeah.
So now they're in a worse place in the end.
It is a marathon, not a sprint, and they tried to sprint to catch up when they were already so far ahead. You can't do that.
Yeah.
If they wanted to
Basically,
make the most money,
yeah.
you do string this fucking
The only reason
stuff
Batman vs
out.
Superman existed is because it came at the same year as Civil War.
Yeah.
Which is Iron Man and Captain. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
You know, originally, I guess they probably were like, well, we should really start with this, but we've got to release our heroes fight each other movie.
Like, why would any
But it'd be shit.
artist who wants to tell a story introduce such a conflict like that? Like, on a storytelling perspective, it just makes no sense at all. Like, we'd never seen Batman in that universe before. We'd never seen Wonder Woman. We'd never seen The Flash. So it's just weird on that standpoint. Maybe if you're a fan and you don't mind filling in the blanks, that wouldn't bother you. But to me, seeing a movie that's supposed to like work as a movie, it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's not fair to have all this backstory.
Yeah, and the excuse, well, I'm a fan. I know all the backstory. Like that's bollocks to me.
The problem, you're allowed to have interesting backstories, but the problem is when that backstory would be better than the movie you're getting.
Yeah,
That's the main problem.
Yeah.
Because like, there are awesome movies where the backstory is fucking awesome, but you always see the most important part.
yeah. Like I have no problem with skipping over shit like Spider-Man getting bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
Batman's parents being killed. You know,
Mhm.
basic shit like that. We mean like important actual like stories.
Mm-hmm. That's it. We've seen those being told several times. So now we've seen Batman's parents be killed, but it's just because everyone wants to show it the way they picture it.
Yeah.
I mean, the best way has probably been fucking Batman v Superman's way of showing
And
his parents get
visually, yeah.
killed. Yeah.
But that's just like so vapid. It has no fucking meaning. What about the Joker killing Batman's parents and the Tim Burton one? That was a good understanding of
That was so weird.
their fucking relationship.
It kind of makes sense though, like the thing he was going for. Like the Joker made the Batman, then the Batman makes the Joker.
I guess.
That's like the idea of it.
Yeah. Which, like, man,
But it's so fucking weird.
I just don't.
Like, what's the chances?
God,
of
if that Batman film was released after The Dark Knight, can you just imagine how fucking just panned it would be by everyone?
I know.
It only works because of when it came out and the affinity people have for it being like, yeah, the first time we saw Batman on the big screen.
It was cool though.
Yeah.
When the Joker pulls out his big gun.
Yeah. It is really campy, that movie. It's really strange.
But it's really like creepy and weird as well.
It is creepy.
Like he completely fries people with his. Like they turn into fucking skeletons.
He murders a lot of people.
Yeah.
He was an 18 as well.
Yeah, he does that smile thing. The
Oh yeah, he does. They haven't done
they
that
look
in any of
creepy
the,
as fuck.
Yeah. Because they did that in the cartoon because they couldn't have murder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually way more horrifying than murder.
Yeah.
That's the thing where like
it eventually it just did become murder.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I watched because the Joker's in Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm. He's in it loads. He's like the main bad guy.
Oh really? I don't really remember it.
And he does that to someone. He does the laughing gas thing, but like they don't die. They're just in a hospital bed and they just can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And it's like really creepy.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene.
Yeah. And Batman goes in and talks to him.
Yeah. It is like, that's a really neat idea. And they haven't done that in a movie. Even though it is comic book, you're like, it's not a thing that exists. But it's still like creepy imagery and shit.
Yeah.
Creepy idea. What about 50 million good how was your days on here?
That's funny.
Don't even address it. Fuck 'em.
What video? This is a good one. What are some of your favourite uses of music in a TV or film scene? For example, one of my favourites would be the last scene of Breaking Bad. This is from Sneaky Pete.
Crystal Blue Persuasion as well.
Crystal
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
Breaking Bad was just good.
Yeah.
And Better Call Saul were just good for every music
Better Call
choice.
Saul was really fucking good as well.
Yeah.
That's what I immediately go to is Gus being.
Tarantino's good at it.
It's not a spoiler at this point anyway.
Tarantino's good at it. Martin Scorsese's good at it. I don't know.
My favourite. Is she with you?
I kind of like that weird shit.
I thought she was with you.
Alright, let me calm your titties. There are lots of films where I'm watching it and I just notice like, man, if the music was good, this would be really
good.
This would be really good right now.
Yeah.
Or the opposite, where the soundtrack's like really standing out, and you're imagining what like kind of should be happening, but it's not. Like it's something else.
Hassled.
I watched this movie called Midnight Special.
I saw that in Sainsbury's today.
It's pretty good, but it has that thing with the soundtrack where like throughout the whole movie it's got this cool theme that's building and building, and it makes you feel a certain emotion that like just isn't tapped into in like a way that could be really memorable and special, but it's not particularly.
More Batman, the Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
You know when Harvey Dent has Gordon's family.
Yeah.
The music that plays at that part.
Fucking god.
What about when on the tense like race to get to Rachel and Harvey when they're in the warehouses? The music there is really good. Poignant.
And then it just stops when he opens the door and sees who it is.
But that film is good at stopping the music when it's like.
That's a Nolan thing.
Yeah. The use of the music in Interstellar and that water planet scene is very good.
With the clocks.
And when he goes back to watch his daughter growing up or whatever.
Doesn't give a shit about his son. But
yeah. The son is such like a nothing character, it doesn't even matter.
Ben Affleck's brother, isn't it?
Yeah. But I wish there are things like where like the Uncharted one's weird to me. Like they've got a fine
Marvel movies
theme.
They never want to use it other than the menus. Assassin's Creed's very good at doing that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember with Assassin's Creed 4, there was a theme they kept using in all the like gameplay. They'd show with all the fights and shit, and it was like, this gets me fucking pumped. But then in the game, that music doesn't play. It plays once or something.
There was a certain
they changed
play
it
whenever you'd board ships, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, but it's different though. It's not that one.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not as like.
No, that's
no.
That's the shipboarding one. But the theme is never use it.
They use it once. And that's when the title of the game comes in. He plays it. Never use it again. I just don't understand that. Does nobody get it? Surely it's just like the game director would be like, I really like this piece of music. Code it so every once in 3 times of boarding a ship it plays or something. Then like, isn't that just like an easy fix, right? Instead of not having it in the game at all.
That implies that there's any thought put into this fucking game.
This is supposed to be like favorite uses of music, or in TV or film, whatever.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
1 and 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boss music, or
Yeah.
does music even play when you're like walking around?
Never.
No, it's always silent.
Apart from like the fucking worst place in Dark Souls.
That's good because
and even then it's like environmental music.
Yeah, because there's a woman singing.
Yeah.
That's
a
good
Halo
decision.
4.
Yeah.
117 playing on
Mm-hmm.
the ship bit.
Halo's
the
got
last
some good
level.
ones.
Halo 1 to 3.
Just
Mhm.
just they're all Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach 4. All
Halo
good with
1
their
and
music.
3 last missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genius.
Like it's
all
without
really
that,
good with their
it would be
music,
way less
actually.
exciting.
Halo 3, there's the bit. The song's called Roll Call. That's when the ships come through
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah.
the level of the Covenant.
And he grabs the Spartan laser.
Yeah.
And it's cool and stuff because of the music.
Mm-hmm.
The music
I feel like I'm missing a bit
they're
of
like
watched.
dropping down is there a bit where they're in ODST pods in Halo 2?
Yes.
Some of them's pretty
Yes.
good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is.
Just Halo's good at it.
Certain people just get it.
There's one bit in Destiny.
the fucking way in Lord of the Rings, the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's like perfect.
Definitely.
It's exactly how it should be used. For like a really classic like film score, for like exactly what it should do. I remember watching the behind the scenes of Peter Jackson being like, music is like the most important thing almost in terms of like how you want to make people feel.
Yeah.
And then there's the balance of having it with like a cool scene with good actors and everything. What about like the fucking asteroid chase in Star Wars Empire? Just Star Wars. Always.
Yeah,
good.
even the prequels, like.
Yeah, even the prequels have amazing uses of music. Like that's why everyone likes the Darth Maul fight,
Yeah.
because of the music.
And like the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, the music.
Mhm.
The
It is
music
good
gives it so much weight.
Like, do this at home right now. Go to the like fight music from episode 3. What's it called? Like the Jedi Duel or something.
Fucking nice.
Something like that, yeah.
And imagine that in a film that's like really quality. How fucking hard that would hit you, that music, because it's like really like amazing music.
Yeah.
It's like stunning. It's like amazing music.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
so good.
it's incredible. It's almost like John Williams knew there was no actual storytelling, so he was trying to convey it all through this music, trying to convey all these emotions and conflicts, and he manages to do it. Like it summarizes.
Yeah, listening to it on his own, it sounds like a fight.
Yeah, it sounds like this fucking huge, like the end of the fucking world, like in this tiny little conflict. John Williams, just anything that he's done.
Yeah, he's
Spielberg's just good at it,
unbelievable.
actually, when he's not overdoing it, like in Warhorse or whatever. Like in Schindler's List, it's very well done. And Saving Private Ryan. Kubrick's good at music as well.
The opening of Apocalypse Now.
Yep.
This is.
Oh yeah, that's a very classic one. 2001, obviously everyone knows that.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Well, the Simpsons movie.
No, the part with the Jack White.
I remember just watching Family Guy. Sometimes the way they use music was like, they just like randomly have this license or something.
It annoyed me with
some
Family
song.
Guy, the way they'd sometimes try to be like the Simpsons sort of light-hearted thing,
Yeah,
and then other times be,
really, really crude and offensive.
yeah, and like
I'm not saying
trying
it's
to have
offensive to
morals.
me. I'm just saying like that's the tone they're going for. Purposefully offensive. Because Seth MacFarlane loves like Indiana Jones and Star Wars and all the
Yeah, he
classic
fucking
Spielbergian
hardcore
stuff.
loves it.
That's why Family Guy has the soundtrack that it does, with all the like cut-ins and shit to the house and whatever, the stings. It's like fucking orchestra. It's really strange, actually. I feel like there's a big one that I'm missing, but I can't
Yeah,
think right
there's
now.
loads of big ones that we're
Yeah.
all missing.
Last of Us.
Suicide Mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, games have some good ones.
Games have a lot of good ones.
Games have, like, it's even more important in games because, like, it's what creates the agency because you're in control of it. Like, the Suicide Squad one, it makes you want to fucking get on with it.
Mission. You said
Sorry.
Suicide Squad.
Because we were just talking about...
we're not fucking
Yeah.
praising that piece of shit.
No, the Suicide Mission.
Yeah, it makes it, you feel urgent when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're playing the game...
Because they build up all this weight the whole game. And then they have this song to, like, and this mission to...
It's like in a video game.
Encompass, put all of it together.
In a video game, you can stand still and not move and do nothing and not advance the
But that
plot.
feels wrong. You're, like, being pulled.
Exactly, yeah. When you have a tense bit of music or whatever, then it, like, you just do it naturally without even thinking.
Like in one final effort at the end of Halo 3, you could just get in the Warthog and not move. Just go until you started moving. You just do that over and over again.
That's what's good about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Because, like, the parts where there aren't music, you've got to take it at your own pace.
Yeah.
But when the music plays, you fucking know.
It's tense.
Something's happening and you've got to move.
There's agency. Like, you're going to about to be fucking pounded, baby.
And there's this, like, really tangible feeling you get when you know the music's being used perfectly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel it, like, if the score is building or it just comes in at that right moment. You fucking feel it. You know it. And similarly,
so much easier to do with movies.
Oh, it's much easier to do with movies. But games do it too sometimes. Like, fucking... what's it called? Below. Inside, sorry, not Below.
Inside.
I'm getting all muddled. Inside did it a lot.
It just sort of has noise, though.
No, but it's a similar thing, though. It like, they start it at the perfect time for it to be effective. Like, it didn't need to be like a swelling score.
You know...
No.
There's something. Skyrim never has moments. There's no defined moments. No. The moments might be...
Yeah, that's the thing with Bethesda games.
But it's like, you know... I like that soundtrack a lot.
That's the interesting thing.
It just fits. You just wander around.
But, like,
and it's
don't you with that?
This is right.
With that soundtrack, don't you associate every song with, like, something you've done in the game, which is almost like the weird flip side of it.
I don't
you?
Not with Skyrim, at least.
I do.
You didn't play it.
I do. Yeah, you didn't really. Did you even play it when it first came out?
I played it. I have played it a fair amount.
But I don't know. It just didn't resonate with you, but it did with me. Like, to me, that music, like, pops as being quite characterful.
The music is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I think, like, I don't like any of the combat music in it.
I
don't really like the combat music. It's like fitting, but it's not. It doesn't have that urgency thing.
The opposite for The Witcher, I think.
Yeah.
The Witcher has really good combat music.
Sometimes it's a bit weird when you're wandering around and then you start fighting some wars and it just comes over. But like, chill the fuck out, please.
That game does have moments like the last boss.
Yeah.
It's not like the most impressive last boss.
You haven't even done the boss of Blood and Wine.
Music.
He'll eat you up and fuck you in the ass. And then eat you again. Because he shit you out and fucked you in the ass and then eat you again.
I think what composers ideally want is for, like, you to not even notice it.
To just be like,
To be...
And then
to you to feel the feeling of what's happening and not notice it. That's why it really stands out to me when something... Like, everything's there apart from the music. Because to me, music's one of the most important things.
Can you imagine how crap the Spectre induction would be in Goof Effect 1?
It's what makes moments. And that's the same as, like, you can have scenes that don't have music and it makes the scene memorable or chilling. Yeah,
there's music and then there's the lack of music.
Yeah, which has the same, like, effect for whatever you're trying to achieve. Like in The Dark Knight, where you've got... When you're trying to convey a certain feeling of, like, loss or hopelessness or chaos or whatever. There's that YouTube video where someone edited out the John Williams score of the ending of E.T. where the ship's taking off. And it's just like nothing. So you just don't feel anything. But the music is what triggers all of the thought and the emotion.
Max Payne is a good soundtrack.
Moving on. I think that's why
doesn't dwell on Max Payne at all. Fuck Max Payne, Jim. Fuck you and your Max Payne.
You can't deny Max Payne's soundtrack, though.
This is your Max Payne. This is Alex. He's
Objectively, it's got Max Payne 3 has a good soundtrack.
Sorry, it needs to be bigger. There we go.
I don't like Health, though.
No.
The way they use the music on the last level, I guess, is good or whatever. But fuck you, bitch.
Who?
Fuck you, bitch.
Who? The
Bitch.
Who?
You know, I can't name one like music cue in Uncharted where it's so the music in it sucks.
Yeah.
Can't name one. Can't think of one moment like
No,
that.
all I remember is noticing the Captain America theme, basically. In
Yeah.
Did you see that, Jim? The guy who was getting pissy at me on Twitter for calling out in my superhero movie video how bad the Marvel scores are. Check this out now. He as his way to try and convince me otherwise, he sent me the ending credits music to Thor.
Yeah.
As his example.
There's another one he used.
It was the Civil War theme.
Yeah.
Can you remember either of those themes?
Oh my god.
Do you remember them being effective in either of those movies?
I remember the Civil War theme being in it.
Yeah.
But
the Thor ending credits.
I remember thinking it was kind of bad.
They were actually bad.
Yeah. He sent me.
It was so nothing. It
the
was like the
worst piece of
equivalent
music
of like
he could have sent
super
me.
generic pop music. It was like
I
the
think
soundtrack equivalent of that.
The closest they've come to like actually having a good one was Guardians of the Galaxy, where they had a good soundtrack and they also had a good score as well, which I can hum right now.
The score was okay.
But like for a Marvel movie, that was like really like stood out to me compared to all the other ones.
It just sounded to me like the Avengers theme.
It sounded like
it sounded
like the Avengers theme if they actually used it properly in the film.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are you fucking for real right now? And then after I called him out on it, and he was like, oh, it's just my opinion or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though he started with an insult to me saying I was like whinging and whining or whatever.
Yeah, because I quoted the tweet and retweeted it just so we get a little bit of hate from people. Just because I thought he deserved it a little bit.
People do that sometimes. They'll just fucking tweet at me about some really specific thing like that. He was saying to me like as if it wasn't my opinion, as if I was stating as fact, even though I start every one of those with the preface. This video is me. What I'm saying is my fucking opinion. Every single one of them. It's like they don't even see that. They're just like, and then they watch it.
So like,
yeah. But fucking hell, I can't talk anymore. My voice is gone.
I'm dying actually. Haven't said much this cast.
Oh, let's do one more.
One more.
A good question. I can see a pretty good
I'm
one.
gonna get home and play Boring Man's Pie.
What's that? Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous. Let's do it, Jim. I should get it and learn Elite Dangerous.
This is what
I couldn't play the Division because Alex wouldn't buy it for me.
Chongo Drongo. To what extent should content creators on YouTube have to cater to their audience? Should they give the audience what they expect, or should they make what they want and let the audience shape itself?
Well, depends really, doesn't it?
I think what you have to do is...
It's balance.
Yeah, I was going to say the balance thing. Obviously you got to do what you want to do, otherwise there's no fucking point in it. But
you've got to do
at
what
the
you
same
want
time,
to do
you can't like, for example, say you had a creepypasta channel, yeah, and it's just the whole time you've been going 3.5 years, and then suddenly you try to turn it into something else. That's not going to work. Like if you wanted to suddenly make it a gaming channel, for example, that type of jump's not going to work. But when it is something broad like a Jar Media or an I Hate Everything, as long as you have like a consistency and the change is gradual.
Well, there has to be like a stylistic consistency.
I think if you do want to do...
Or just stylistic improvements as you go.
I think if like you do want to do something different, like if you did with that creepypasta thing, or if like you wanted to start playing video games and record it, you make a separate channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think most people have that idea.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't work otherwise.
Yeah.
You just lose your entire audience. I remember that MOG YouTuber, Snipers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Once he stopped wanting to make
the fucking montage parody dude.
Yeah. Instead of going the commentary channel route, which he probably could have done in retrospect. I don't know if he had the voice for it though. Actually,
no, he doesn't have the voice for it.
Because
sounds like a fucking loser.
He'll be after you. He'll montage parody your ass, Ruben.
Fight me. That fucking music, I was really unsure. You know that music he uploaded? Like, is that a joke or?
I don't know. He did his own little rap or something.
It was really awful. It was really weird. I feel like it must have been a joke.
You would have thought so. Come on. I think when people get too like beholden to their audience, that's when things get bad. Like the GF v BF shit.
Oh yeah.
Where they were like, it just ruined their lives effectively. Just because they felt, because they'd been doing daily uploads, they felt obliged to just continue doing it. And they'd be letting people down even though like...
We did daily uploads for like 2 weeks last month, and then we just ran out of videos. And that was that.
Because we here at Jar Media bulk record.
And then we just didn't for ages because...
It's this and that. Pussy diarrhea. What are you going to do?
Because, you know, I've got some things I want to do. There's a Vaseline review coming up sometime in the next...
What kind of Vaseline?
2 months.
Like lips one?
Vaseline, just a review of the Vaseline.
Wait. You know the little tubs of Vaseline? You use it for lips, right?
People do use it on the lips, yeah.
What else can you use it on? Just dry skin?
You can use it on dry skin.
Really? I always
don't ever use it as a lube for sex.
No.
Human body can't break down Vaseline, so, you know,
I think that's like...
infection inside somebody.
It's like the 5th time I've heard you say that. You really want to...
I just like to say
hammer that
on
point
like
home.
different platforms because it's an interesting little thing for people, you know?
No, like, I always favour...
I just think it's quite interesting, you know? It's quite a funny one.
Just don't make the fatal mistake.
Yeah, you know, I don't want anyone to make that mistake, you know? I don't want anyone to do that.
I always favour Nivea over Vaseline, though.
Oh, definitely. For moisturising, yeah.
I love,
like,
I way prefer cream to
Vaseline's for,
grease.
like, protection of the face.
Oh, yeah? But then when you smear Vaseline all over your lips, you can see it in the right light.
Yeah, I know.
And it looks really weird.
Well, yeah, when I use old boy here.
That's different.
No,
That's
but you
fucking
can
different.
look.
Nah, but it makes them shiny and kissable. That's the difference.
I want to use that gag in a skit, Jim. I want you to just go like, see? And just just go up here somewhere.
You should spell out something.
What annoys me
with
with
shine the right light.
is that after I do it, I've got to get it off the parts that aren't the lip.
No, you're fucking up. You just put some on the bottom lip and you go... It's a kingdom of ours. Sorry.
I don't when, mate.
Haven't had enough pussy diarrhea this episode. Let's see how much we can get into 1 minute. Oh, I managed to sneak Dick the Head in. I hope you're happy, folks. This is a really long one. And it was also quite a serious one.
Very serious.
There was a bit of goofiness in there now and again.
It was very
piss.
Gary Oldman.
It's a kingdom of goo.
Gag. I need to make sure that Jim, we get.
Are we done here? Anything else to add, ladies and gents?
Gary Oldman.
In both high quality content, seriously coming soon. Way sooner than I was expecting now. So yeah.
Exactly.
In both Harry Potter and The Dark Knight. What a lucky man.
I really want to do a Stranger Things review.
Jim, you should like just watch it and then you can be on it, can't you?
What, right now? On my phone?
Yeah, right now, watch it.
I could just talk about that for a while.
Let's do a review of
Looking forward to Luke Cage, Jim. It actually looks
fucking cool.
Yeah, it does. It looks really fucking entertaining. Like, we made fun of it at first with those little teasers.
That's because the teaser was fucking
shit. The teaser
shit.
was bad, but this shit, Luke Cage.
Have you seen
we rag on Marvel, but I'll suck the TV stuff up.
Yeah.
It is great.
Have you seen where he like has the car door?
Yeah.
He wraps it around a dude and like throws him downstairs or something.
That's really good.
I don't know how they're going to make anything have levity
in him. I like the bit where he's got the bullets in him. He just like...
Yeah.
They just like break things on him. Whatever, and you fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, when he gets that guy and he puts him in the ceiling and then down again.
Yeah. I hope there's lots of that.
Yeah. That's what the show needs.
Yeah.
I think they're aware of that as well.
You would have thought.
Yeah. They're not going to fuck it up. They've looked at Daredevil's success. And they'll be like, yeah, people just want to see Luke Cage beat people up.
That's all he does in Jessica Jones whenever he's in it. Fucking beats
the action
people
fucking sucks in that though.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to actually be good.
The action from that trailer, that's
right, I'm done.
Shot way better.
Yeah, way better. It sucked in Jessica Jones. It fucking sucked in Jessica Jones.
Because luckily it wasn't quite as important.
Fucking sucked.
It wasn't important at all
in Jessica Jones.
In Jessica Jones, it was all about like
the actual story and conflict was important.
David Tennant being a cheeky little English geezer.
Whereas Whereas
Jessica!
Whereas Luke Cage is like an invincible puncher, so like you might as well.
He may be bulletproof, but Harlem ain't.
It took me so long to realize who the bad guy is.
Yeah, from House of Cards.
Yeah,
Remy.
fucking Remy. The hottest black dude I've ever seen.
No, Luke Cage is.
No, Remy's hotter. Remy's hotter.
I think Spartan Locke is. He's like a fucking action figure, man.
Spartan Locke is a
weird.
cool dude, you know?
No, Remy's like...
Yeah.
They all want to be king. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We done here?
No.
Jim, please
Can we talk about
my
Remy?
throat fucking hurts.
Remy pounds the woman from The Wicker Man.
Oh, yeah. He does pound the... That's spoilers. Luckily, no one knows what the Wicker Man is.
Luckily, Remy is fucking hot.
It's a kingdom of thrusts. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. More pussy goatsy diarrhea next week. You're not gonna do something funny to end it? Bye boop, bye boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, baby.
Come back for more Remy tunes.
Augie fucking hates. Whoever it is.
I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that.
I got it wrong. What is it? What do I normally do?
It's more bees, isn't it? Isn't it buy me, remind me or something?
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck?
Because it was
Taste
melted.
Sure that.
Is it froze?
I've already ruined it.
No. Taste it. It's still fucked. Fuck you, Sainsbury's. You're a piece of shit.
Come back for more Remy. He's going to be fucking more Wicker Man.
Baby boo, buy me.
If you want to watch